Marty opens up the pitch once more for Haley. Jackson on Williams, 86th to right. Control with the window of pressure there from Roy Boss. Chicani. You can see Lucas Hilton is the one dropping. Chicani pushing up. Roy Boss a little too far.
Earlier, and it is nice and quick. There's water on it. You saw it there on his first touch. Just skip across, skip away from him. That's nice and quick.
The players are going to have to adjust to that. Or pass it. And no use to call skills. Great to have a player of his technical prowess in the Australian lineup for this World Cup. Good work by Conrad Cuff. And she's shown a couple of nervous moments in this stage for the first time.
Well, that's twice now with his feet there, and just spoke about that pitch being nice and quick. I dare say that the Socceroos will pick on that, and anything now going back to him, we look to keep applying that pressure. He looks a little bit nervy.
It really does control the tempo in midfield. Breaks here for Hafez. And space to explore for Tumbalong Park. We know how the numbers here with Manchester City, an injury break season though. And that slows up, it's got to get bodies behind the ball. They retain their shape. And now,
Jackson Miller just a little bit like we have what we see, just a little bit like the same NBA. Coming from one, his dribble fell in the dangerous area.
Zico only made his international debut in March or May, in fact. too strong. Long throw from Chicago. Built on by Harry Sousa.
It's just falling there, and only on his left foot. Right decision to take on early. You see here, Metcalf with the early shot. Drops over on his left foot, and he just snatches at it. It goes wide. I'd like to see that sort to Volpano or Troy Boss's left foot.
His eyes must have lit up there. He's yet to score in his 35 internationals, including today for Australia. And then how effective he is being in the middle of the park with defensive efforts and pressure on the ball. He's been Australia's leader in that respect. But now we'll find out a little bit about what this class of 2026 is made of. Played early in the direction of Volpato. Harrington. O'Neill. 2-1. That's a little way of one. He sits Volpato's face. Mr. Volpato. A little bit too much of it. O'Neill takes over. Metcalf in the top area. That's there for Zico. And now, they can get on this ball.
And then Anthony. Marsh drifted wide in his face. Coming in on his right foot. Harry Sousa. The brick ball at the back, even covered. And a fantastic block with it. Look what always to be settling into the back post.
And that's exactly why we need to protect possession a lot better in the middle of the park, central in the direction of Barracuda. It was most effective in the first match against Turkey. There's Barracuda as a right left attacking player.
Yeah, it's been against Paraguay, putting in a great shape, but he's definitely not a natural nine. Tom's a little bit tougher. But he's had to go. And so he likes to be able to move into space.
Will defend well for the first quarter of an hour, plus a couple of minutes. Maybe with the exception of this man who's showing a couple of signs of fatigue, Mustafa Jabir. They have switched their central defensive partnerships. And Fatua is injured, which means Hafez gets a start left back. He's not pretty good early.
Yeah, these early signs in centre areas where they're trying to, like I say, overload those wide areas and exploit it.
And there's a little late to react. Shout from Harry Sousa and blows from Harrington. Let's go for Australia. And the central back three will be a real feature of this World Cup. Keep the fight, I'm sure that's the message. Get into the players.
There's plenty of time. This is a good start to get on the ball. It's been a decent action for the Socceroos. I'd like to see us a little bit more aggressive patch on the press.
You see hands up from Reuters, Harrington. Not too many passing options there now. Unless you go to pocket space. Here's Metcalf trying to dribble his way out of trouble. Gigatti. Tight space is put over the top by Irvine. Ross. And looks up for a rugby, I think, for Okuda. And this is exactly where they are attempting to be. Immediately, there's no holding players to see the rebound.
Shape of rugby and then back onto your
he's been more prominent than some, he's been quiet. We know he's probably protecting a hamstring. There is a problem, but not enough to warrant him on the bench today.
We're seeing here again now, opening up to the opposite side, and Shaw's the one who drifts out into that wide area. Salah a little bit more central for Egypt. But he's been quiet so far, Salah. This is where you just like to see, you know, when we're going to really be a little bit more aggressive on the press. Egypt being able to just slowly move the ball, control the tempo of the game. You see here, I think what the call is just drifted in between Harry and Harrington there. Harry sort of lost him. By the time he's run, thankfully for the Socceroos, offside. But there was a lot of space left there in behind. About three.
Through the middle, and that's really Bombardo's won that with a fair challenge, and that was sharp work by Brisbane Bombardo. They actually allowed to strike forward. I think he's going to be doing a lot more work in his own half than the attacking third in this match. Suter, Bombardo, taking the first touch and then the last challenge. And there's a break, needs to move to the ring. And there's a sea of red there.
The story alone in the box. And we couldn't get that final ball, but again now we've spoken about the height. We have the height of this Egyptian side, but we need the delivery.
He will kiss the ball from Brisbane Bombardo. He wants a picture of delivery. This is not the ball, of course, with such wide. And this is giving plenty of to the back post. Harrison has some control here, and not a disappointing outcome.
Yeah, it is. That's another disappointing outcome. And I was talking about it with Chikabi, Suter, and Harrington.
And there is Egypt showing up like the balls in as we go into the Lakers match.
This is long and it is dangerous.
And man, what goodness, this must be serious.
I'm bringing together men of particular caliber.
I understand you gentlemen are very good at killing people.
with the delivery for both Austin Hassan and Tony Popovich at the hydration break. We know how effective the breaks will be for Australia. Let's see the visitor roster to be a few tweaks. Hassan will be very pleased with what's transpired. 5 changes, he's rotated his lineup. He's had some injury concerns. No Fatul Rashid is suspended for this match. Al-Nadim as well. And that man, Imad Ashura, 32 international matches, 2 goals, both in World Cup play. That is quite some record.
Well, he's been a difference so far. He's been a threat, drifting out to that right side. With Hayley trading over on page. And he's the man to pop up the back post and give Egypt the lead.
Fans, young and old, there is magnificent amphitheatre of sport under the roof. It's very hot in Texas this time of the year. In the city of Arlington, in Dallas. It's all air conditioned, very comfortable. The comfort level's not reciprocated by Australia because they've been under pressure from the opening whistle. Let's see how they respond after this break.
Yeah, but just there we saw and spoke about it before the hydration break. Can we get that press a little bit more aggressive? When we saw that there from the story, the Socceroos pressing high, winning the ball back earlier.
It was all smiles at the first press conference. Austin Hassan mentioned he repeatedly how he felt Minnesota was not quite right and he would be on the bench. And I looked at you at the time, looking, and I thought, well, I think there might be a little bit of a double meaning in this.
He's not the first man at this level to be throwing curveballs, especially here in the US. So a little curveball clearly, I think, but you know, you get that at this level.
And just the presence of him starting over all seasons. McCarthy scored against the runs out of room. He was Australia's 11th individual scorer in World Cup football. And it's a mess for Vancouver, and what was a marvellous night in Vancouver. They've not scored since though. And then you're required to get back into a match against Egypt. They've met 3 times if you include the Olympic Games of 2020, the first in 87 of the President's Cup. Australia won 4-3 on penalties after a scoreless draw. Some great Socceroos of the year involved: Evolver, Charlie Yankos, Graham Jennings, Peter Rostopoulos, Harry McDowell, Alan Hunter, Frank Farina, Paul Wade, Graham Arnold, Oscar Crino, and Andrew Zee. Frank Arrow was the coach on that occasion.
Just got a fantastic switch there from Hayley to have his Socceroos trying to close him in on the right side. And a superb ball from Hayley to Ayers to open the pitch up.
Hati. Ibrahim. Great combination. No Solar involved in that rotating superbly. Solar's the early computer is working pretty well in this match. Isn't it the volume of possession he probably normally enjoys? Looks a little bit like Lionel Messi just walking through a match at the moment. And we know when you look at Lionel Messi, what this stadium has produced, he scored 3 of his 6 goals in this World Cup at this stadium, including breaking Miroslav Klose's record of most World Cups goals scored.
He's the Messi for Egypt, isn't he? And you know at any time, although he's been quiet thus far, at any moment, he can spring to life and change the game.
O'Neill played up the line. Miracle on that small Buffalo's face, and just a poor touch. And I saw Samuel L. Jackson on the pitch before the match. There's Isaac Nancy.
Yeah, there's Isaac and Isaac, he's there in attendance, obviously supporting the Socceroos.
She'll run out of room there. And Isaac in the stadium. The Chamber of Football Australia. his second goal of this FIFA World Cup. But in fact, there is a great man, very casual on the pitch before the match. I thought you were going to ask him for a selfie on stage, Luke.
I went down there and I think I think it starts work too often, but I have to say I'm a huge fan. The Socceroos that come from the press, and then you see the pace of their story to get across the front. They all come from the press. They do a sloppy pass by each on the front foot. And the story with his pace and power to be able to lead in front and do a foul in the defending area, but you can get across your post. Can we get it right there?
Big clubbers in the ground after that. Coming together.
I'm not too sure if that's an injury or he's just trying to avoid a yellow card that could potentially be coming his way. They didn't look the way enough for me. Yeah.
An absolute kick at right fullback for Egypt, who were starting to back there from Minnesota. He's looking at his knee, but the connection was a little bit lower down on the leg.
Well, he's going to have to go off now, which gives an indirect advantage to the Socceroos.
And stay up for at least 60 seconds until the next stopping pace that will just give you a moment to the Socceroos to win. And that's exactly what the players are encouraged to stay on their feet. Still be used to the ruler. Look at Socceroos produce here. Bravo swings it out for a win. And puts it third. And still, he's 32 minutes to go against USA. And referees pick something out. And that's the foul. To Irvine. Red shirts on the ground.
Just showed a little bit of pain there on the Egyptian, but so that the defender of those boxes is doing the right delivery. Staying on second balls.
Just got to keep on working, keeping the defensive shape and then looking for opportunities on the right. We're seeing out the fingers, Mr. Good at ease when he's still in that pocket of space. Here's the release. There's his page. There's back to Harrington. They reset through Susan. Chikati. Irvine wants it early. Irvine wants to go further afield, I think. Egypt spreading the pitch early on, really asking what was thrown in. Now they go through the middle. O'Neill, Page. Taking it through this way. Page takes on Hay. And then there's back post and we're still in for Julian Moss. Probably that was his best chance against Paraguay. And an outstanding little drop of shoulder for Pato. Comes for playing Boss. Zero tells him all over.
Let's go for the look at that little bit more aggressive and stuff like that. You know what we want to do? We'll reach it right now. Can we move the ball a little bit quicker? Running away team.
He was stopped by Alessandro Martinez. Another Martinez stopped Australia's progression right on with Cameron Cole having had a chance against Eddie Martinez, but it didn't work out. The Socceroos pushed Argentina all the way, as did your class of 2016 to Italy in Germany and Kazakhstan. And that's history. Australia in the present. There's signs that they're getting into this match now.
Yeah, well, that's what we've got to see again, right? Every chance you get through this, you get Argentina in the next round. Obviously, they've got to face Cape Verde today. What an opportunity that will be again. It's very wrong from this story in behind. You see, they're very, very heavy. This has been the same. On set pieces, that's something. Even on half time, Popovich and the coaches start to say, hey, be clever when you're around the box when they're like that, because there's been a lot going on.
Sure. Irvine trying to close it down. And I'm sure with the outside of the foot. For Hunter looking. Really, just a pirouette. Lovely piece of skill there from Christopher Bale.
And that's a good feeling we've seen. He's got some tiny feet. And you just feel the other Socceroos just starting on top of the Egyptians. And they didn't move from the Egyptians.
Now short. Irvine into the channel. Hunter. Trying to box on the spin. And this one is a corner straight.
Again, who was in there with Popado and Jordan Box leading up. Last fifth tackle, but yet again, another set piece on the other side. So we'll see he's swinging from Popado.
Swinging for the other one is swinging here. Will change the outcome. This is Popado deep. And not that second ball. Now look at it. Shikani feeling wide. Stein back is his page with defensive awareness.
Tell you what again, you see him very handsy. We saw Harry Sutter just say he went down in the box. Playing to be dragged down. How many times have we seen it in this World Cup? Penalties given for that.
There's been a bit of controversy with the VAR in the last few days.
Like I said, we've got Tony Popovich up the outfit and the question of the fourth official to keep an eye on that for the players to be clever about that.
Shikani goes direct and too direct in the asking too much. There's his page who's until he switched fronts with Joey Boss. Keep an eye on that, Luke.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that was a deliberate action or just as it comes from the set piece.
See that hard press from Aaron Kunda.
This has been the outlet for the Egyptians.
And Hagee, he went down with that knock and received attention off the pitch. He's back on as we get towards half time. And I'm not sure on the 13th minute. This goal separates the two sides in this round of 32. Egypt searching for their first knockout win of the FIFA World Cup. In the same category as Australia. In fact, America came out with their first World Cup win in the group stage against New Zealand. That's it. swinger of Mohamed Salah or the right foot boot of Mohamed Ashura. So they're trying to keep their line disciplined. Referee wants Mr. Irakundo back from the free kick. It is Salah with square. Atia. This time Norwegians. And strong work on Reuters. And all right. And really that person who got to that work on Matchday.
Yeah, look, again, the set piece short, trying to be for Egypt. At that time, we were well aware of the plays at the back post, defending the box well. We touched on that getting that set piece again, you know. I mean, we touched on this as an experienced Egyptian side. That was the experience for sure. To milk a free kick, to play out a little bit sometimes, you know, and you know, we talk about the youthfulness of this Socceroos side as well, that maybe could be a little bit clever at times.
Well, we think it's like, what you share my view, there's been a little bit of disparity between, you know, referees letting play go and being open in that respect, and ones that just pick up those type of fouls.
Yeah, definitely, and I'd say the referee's never an easy job, but you hope that they can be consistent is the key.
Get forward in the half of Mr. Irakundo. He runs out of room and we're coming forward. Looks like everyone was absolutely nothing in that. Needs to be applied in this kind of environment.
Well, I don't know about the what will be wanting to get in half time, be able to get his point across.
Possession for Egypt, but 41 for Australia. 9 in dispute. Australia with 5 attempts on goal to 3 corners. So they had that set piece threat. Just haven't been able to profit from it. You can see the match momentum. Very much early on, it was in Egypt's favour, but Australia had pockets of opportunity in this first half.
Yeah, there's times that we have managed to open them up. It's a little better when we're a little bit more aggressive. We get sitting in our shape and then wait for that moment, picking moments to press, and when we do, press high, press aggressive, and they have to turn the ball over.
It's amazing to see myself in about second or third gear at the moment physically. It's certainly not 100% capacity, that's for sure. Still playing his part. Ati. Turns over, Irvine.
Definitely caught him there. He did take a ball and all, as they say.
And you saw that previous exchange when it was his way to run onto the ball. There's just a lack of pace and explosion there from
see here, aggressive, the ball, and then, oh, it's very nice. Down the inside of the leg, you feel that one, but they don't know he's up. And this one.
5 minutes of additional time, of course, 3 from the hydration break. I was just going to make that point about Marcelo not being able to close down as his age. So that explosiveness is not there. Doesn't mean he won't be effective in certain scenarios, though.
Definitely haven't seen the best view yet.
Still from a short.
have been enough.
O'Neill.
Yeah, he's still trying to find his range. He's made a fantastic running line, got in behind the Egyptians. Quickly to recover, close the space with the story. He's coming on his left foot and just couldn't get his foot around it.
He knows it's going to be. Something like that, he's saying that's exactly what he's going to do. Inside. They're going to have it, of course. That's how they do that for the Socceroos. Boss. Most lucky for Australia. Everyone strives to hit a midfield. O'Neill takes it in the sky. The box nice to hit. Another opportunity. Chants thinks about delivery to the back post. And a thing on there from Ashur. Next for H. Ball in the mid post.
He's been dragged down by Hatters. Missouri unfortunate not to get a bit more on the header. But I'd love to see a replay because Rapado looks like he was rugby tackle into the back post.
It was weak between defenders. It's just see. He's come off the body onto the arm of Robbie. That was my reading on that replay. As a result, saved him from review.
That's some good signs for the Socceroos at the back end of this half. Causing problems for the Egyptians, getting behind, getting balls and bodies in the box.
O'Neill tries to loop the ball for Ross. Chicago runs forward. Irvine. Volpato gets from position. Reads the pass so well, pushing Volpato. O'Neill. He'll be trying to turn his round, and that's so. Possession of Australia.
Still down in the background.
And we can afford to lose it. A player of this quality.
I've got to be honest, we're seeing Havertz. He had two shots at Jordan Boss on the sideline before Rugby has come in and collected him.
We're really exciting. That's for sure. Not sure how many times you need to see that.
No, look, I think it wasn't necessarily that one, but the two before that from Havertz on the sideline was clearly, actually he was right in the tackles. Had he gone down early, he could have drawn it. I'm talking about that experience of those players. I don't know how they call them, they would have gone down.
Well, keep an eye on Derby Boss, who's still receiving treatment on the edge of the field there in Dallas. Both nations chasing histories. Egypt has taken the first step in that direction. What response can the Socceroos conjure? Martin Lee and Socceroos. Tommy will break down the first 45 for you right after the break.
Socceroos fans, how are we doing out there, boys? Plenty of opportunities. How you going over this side, folks? Don't really know that. Hey, folks, let me know it. The team is working hard to fix the screen. The team is on out and doing what they can. Hey, during half-time, folks, water's at the back, bathrooms are there, and there's food available for you. Who's out there supporting Egypt? Who's out there supporting the Socceroos? Folks, so many opportunities, second half coming out, stay with it. The team is working hard to fix the screen, and we'll make sure you look after each other out there. Security's on their side. Give it up for security, doing a great job. They're going to do all they can to fix it. Is everyone having a good time out there? Stay around, stay proud, keep them behind the Socceroos.
Cristiano Ronaldo went close early, a strike from distance, but oh so nearly got the Socceroos up to the perfect start. But beyond their highlight, it wasn't to be, and Egypt took their first opportunity. So the Aussies trail the Breakers. Egypt won. Socceroos there. Welcome to halftime show. Nick Owens alongside Martin Lee, Socceroos from Tommy Moore. Some worrying signs for Geordie Boss right on straight at halftime. We saw at halftime whistle went. This is what happened afterwards. He managed to get to his feet, but on the end there was the it didn't look good for all of him.
Obviously, hope for the best of his work because it's a massive loss for us. So if you look at the Aussies bench at the moment, we don't really have anything even close to like the right in terms of the attacking output that we get from Geordie Boss. I think all the replacements are going to be naturally more defensive.
Yeah, I think it's probably going to be Jason Guerrero who comes in. If it isn't like the last, I mean, I can't see him continuing. You see how gingerly he looks in the video there. year. I think as his age, one potentially could maybe say get forward a little more on that left-hand side, but absolutely is a big loss for Socceroos.
It is really sad for Geordie Boss himself as well. He has done so much in that Socceroos jersey. He's been so crucial when he was forced to shift to the right-hand side because they are already short.
Yeah, I would say I agree with Bushra here that it needed to be done. I think there's been too many late challenges. Halfway's for only having 2 minutes in this entire World Cup has been fantastic for that fact that I was completely late with 3 and a couple of those. So, look, you can see the early goal, that's what happens. Teams like this could be able to manage the game, and it's really a tough second half for them to come out and have a bit more present. It's all about going.
What's the latest on the Australian camp for Icon during such a time?
Firstly, pretty distressing watching Johnny Boss get carried in. What do you make of the incident? Just heartbreaking.
Terrible tackle. From what I understand, the referee played advantage. He doesn't come back and look at the play. Yeah, disappointing, but we've got to move on. We'll be better in the second half.
He's obviously just a bit of a scrappy goal from their point of view, but plenty of runs intact.
Yeah, we're disappointed with that way. Cheap off the set piece. We pride ourselves on getting really well, getting out. And getting on the side, but I think for us, it's about keeping the ball. Once we get to 5, 6, 7 passes, we seem to find opposite space. And if we can do that better in the second half, I think that will create more opportunities for us. That's right.
Socceroos assistant coach Paul O'Connor there at half-time. The Socceroos clash with Egypt. As we look at the highlights from verse 45, the Socceroos gave away a 3 in a very dangerous position and are forced to pay for.
Yeah, we saw earlier in that one part, probably out there on the half is a brilliant strike with his left foot. He was finding these little pockets of space. This was his best on the half. His decision making did let him down on a couple of occasions, but I think this on the right-hand side means he's already working for that pace. Still be boss using his pace was a threat.
Yeah, he is. He's a constant threat, but again, you see how he does get past very limited numbers in the box and most in the box. I think that our best opportunities moving forward, and I think they've been very vulnerable in terms of them giving the ball up a lot in both areas as well. If we can be valuable enough to get pressure on the ball, I think we'll just enjoy it.
Eric was such his player on Martin, his lack of awareness, he was striking it. Meant to be cold side, first side, but he's just going to do better. But sure, he's still against our rules, fantastic.
Yeah, I think conceding the second phase of the set piece is always a hurdle, so I won't be happy with that. We did have a few moments after that. We saw set pieces and we were largely disappointed that these long throws from Sokaki caused a bit of chaos. We know Egypt, they're not comfortable defending these kind of long throws out there.
No, they're not. You see, the dark become a little bit chaotic. They do struggle. We've seen that previously from them as well, but we're sort of looking now, I think, to really find something that's repetible in the way that we play. I think you see even there, most of our players being decent. If you can see some of our own team being in the box, this is a fantastic position.
You did mention set pieces there, Tommy. Interesting tactic in the first half, and we've seen it throughout the World Cup so far. That floating long ball, not working at the moment.
Well, I think with the size of the ball, if you get the delivery right means at pace, and you make good timing of your runs in the box, it's almost impossible to defend. So I think that we're allowing the defenders to get the pole position and making it more difficult than it needs to be. So that's been, it's not such a huge weapon for us. I think it's been a very disappointing part of our game this whole tournament, but I think just more broadly, look at the chances of it. I think Matchday has been too isolated up front. With or without the ball, when we're pressing, it's him pressing alone and just picking us up. And with the ball as well, when we do go into him, we're not pushing up for the second half.
Tony Popovich, we've got plenty to think about at half-time, big half-time talk underway. As we speak, we'll take you back to the second half in Dallas right after this break.
more colour accuracy, better contrast sense, like it from Madison. It's
The world is changing, and so is AGM. Proudly Australian, we've been changing to meet the needs of Australian families and businesses for over 185 years. Join the change.
this industry. This is everything.
The margin between glory and heartbreak, zero.
Every goal.
Every round,
And every try. This is the best on the clock. Only on Sunsport.
Did you know salsa was invented when Puerto Ricans took Cuban rhythms to New York? Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu was born when the Japanese took judo to Brazil. When North African flying traditions met Spanish dough, Spain made the churro. After Jamaicans took their sound systems to the UK, the World Cup come. And this is what the world gets when 48 nations meet to play one beautiful game.
that's cute. I'm gonna be so big. I don't even be able to walk down the street.
The future is already here.
Next starts
Now.
Football side. Sure, we feel right. But that's just the beginning.
Tell us everything.
What about big drama, movies, and OGs? The good stuff, raw stuff, pulse-racing stuff. Stuff like, I know this, and ooh, what's that? This is a streaming service we didn't know we needed. This is SBS On Demand, and it's all free.
Welcome back to Dallas Stadium in Texas, where the Socceroos are about to make change into the second half. They train Egypt 1-0 at the break during what's no doubt Egypt. We are on the cusp of half-time. It looks from those pictures like cartoon new player Trent Jackson. Martin Morgan, a whole heap for everyone that they should be about at the break. Does that injury cause not just one change, but potentially more?
Yeah, look, I think it does. I think something does need to change, and I don't think it all has it at the moment. Obviously, just like for like at the moment, but it's a tough situation because traditionally we've spoken about Messi not being able to play the 1 minutes, but we need someone like Messi on the pitch. So that's why I thought at half time we may have seen Messi move into that left-hand side potentially at the cost of Irvine. I just think this game, Irvine's a fantastic player, but this game, Irvine's a rough. We'll need somebody on the very end that pushes him back up in there, opening that space for him and putting him up top. But time will tell, he's going to have to make a move at some point if they can change the scene.
I think that's the key, is that we were losing that kind of attacking thrust on the right hand side in the wing back role. So you need to make up for that ability somewhere else on the pitch. So I think that if this score stays the same going into the second half, it's only a matter of time before he has to tweak things. And I just think as well, it's more about the intent of our team rather than the personnel. I think we need to be more positive, more proactive in our press too, because they have turned the ball over a lot of times in that back third. So I think we need to learn a lesson from that and get in their faces.
At the risk of bringing it back to personnel, we haven't seen Matchday and Mr. Irvine on the field together since Matchday 1. Is this the time?
Yeah, I think by doing that, you obviously have somebody box right, obviously have that threat. I would love to see a regular on that at some point, and I like that everyone switch out and really start to play a little bit more attacking in midfield as well. As I say, they make a statement to Egypt. They're going to play out this match. I think we've seen on the ground and there's going to be lots of games being played. But
And that's where it's going to be all these good blocks as well. So he's done and got to it once, not saying goals towards the back end of the season. He straps, he works hard, and he's a bunch.
I was in the right back for Egypt
for a start to the second half. Sure, yeah, of course you're coming in, but you got to quickly get up to the tempo. You can't let him outside you. Push, normally you would have to pull those away, but thankfully with the Socceroos, he's put it wide. Certainly have this story pulled up in his mind as well.
I'm not sure what his definition of that is.
But I like from Chicago, anybody across, they're talking about that, being clever in these areas, drawing a foul in these dangerous areas, where we get people in the box, where we're being threatening. We just need that delivery.
The right foot, Ayman Leo gives us there. Harry Suter, centering header, but the king is just a sea of red there. And he gets second part of it. The mental World Cup obstacle Australia has to get through to progress. Here's O'Neill. This is matched as well. Knocked down by Harrington.
Fantastic touch from Oja from the 18-year-old.
really controlled the hot ball superbly. Comes out to Sutar. They did finish the half impressively straight. Now Sutar has to double down. Scans the horizon for any pending trouble. Gets himself a little too with the one side on his hip. You can tell just by that action. Someone's just not trying to close down any space.
No, he definitely hasn't put himself about. He's been waiting and trying to pick his moments up to impact the game.
Well, Parto showed his best play in the first half. Into the end of this week, no whistle for Parto, who lost the first challenge. Looking at the back post. And it's his patrons there, not the right man in that situation. O'Neill carries it forward. There's a ball to the shore.
He's given the throwing. I think he was at least a throwing. Playing whistle in back his game on Parto. Just looking at their products.
We look at the opponents who scored at the hair, and that's not many big matches at international level, certainly in South America. And the Copa Sudamericana, we have the cup competitions, yes, but I think by far away this is his biggest disappointment. Parto, each.
And he's going to have a lot to deal with in the second half, because like I said, there's a lot on the line. This is an experienced Egyptian side who will look to play the game in their way, draw fouls, manipulate it.
Chicago caught, and the Wolves takes over. And that's exactly what Paul Monsignor said at the break. Maybe not treating the league, Australia needs to protect the ball a lot better. Very tight. Irvine.
seen this before, haven't we? Socceroos connected, follows on space essentially, nation in defence.
Half-X, all about delivering across. Zico comes short. They brought up through Ibrahim, and was short. And now the one stop to Mozart. Aussie came in late against Paraguay just to settle things down. Around the top of the moment, floated forward by Sousa. Sean took well in the first touch and then Hafez. He went nicely in for Hato. Passes it up and Lucky was fouled on the edge of the area. Going in! Aaron put the rise as well. Taken down superbly by Short. Struggling to be wearing on the outer. Also with a fresh legs. And the other defenders is match. He's had a very good match.
You know, you get from Aziz, Mr. Reliable on this left side, but quickly to retreat. We're a bit mindful. Some good moments going forward, but Egypt looking at a threat in transition as well.
But as we were Kruger's pressing just to try to force them to stay up high. Out the line here. Mohamed Hani, you can see that's an own goal. Hassan. And who knows, he had suffered a pretty heavy head knock, 10 minutes before the own goal went in.
He certainly did. Looked to me from up here that he was out. The players rolling over, but the medical team cleared to carry on. Fortunately for the Socceroos.
Hassan. A pretty sharp winger for Egypt. Good spread of the pitch too. Scott's had a good match, Hafez. He's not a little fortunate to avoid the yellow card. And he thought about delivering the cross first time. Brings in Hassan. Now opens up to Mohamed Hani. So the first couple of matches did Mohamed Zero, so we've got the Mo-off at the moment. Sal versus Zero. I'm looking forward to that. Maybe from the outset. Substitutes will play a huge part, as will fitness, as this match edges towards perhaps extra time.
They will, most certainly. You know, the Socceroos obviously have more time, plenty of recovery time between games, and a younger team squad. We know the Egyptian squad has a lot more experience, but legs can definitely play a part.
Still many cool heads on the pitch, but we've made that point in the build-up. No foul against Irvine. Put forward by Sousa. Harrington and Kane, sure touch. He reads it so superbly. Oh, lovely. Started there from Zero, Turkey. So working hard, H.
Great action from America to win that ball up high.
H, more dangerous area. Looking to throw it, would be out, clearly. Somebody assisted that way.
Right,
feels wide. Somehow they captain who been playing their second tier of German football if he remains with the club. Not sure Conor Metcalf will. I think he's set for a departure. So they're trying to maintain their energy.
Yeah, just seeing patience with the ball. There's no need to force things early when it's not on. Going forward, wait for the moment, move the Egyptians around.
They have a pretty even spread of possession, 43% for Australia, 47% for Egypt, and 10% in dispute. Australia have more chances in the match. So they deserve this moment to try to force their way into the round of 16. Sure, hasn't got the pace to get past Hafez, who's under pressure. Involvement there by Rusich.
But that made us so well. Little 1-2 with Truman. 1-2 seconds after it.
Truman going forward. Rusich opens it nice. He just really had a quick first touch. Here's O'Neill. Metcalf. Isn't happy with the run of the base, so goes all the way back to Harrington.
He's been superb again. Harrington composed, 80 years of age on this world stage, number 32. Incredible.
Truman. Doesn't have the pace of Jordan Ross, but just needs to be safe and secure. Australia probing, trying to find that pass in here with that opening. O'Neill, angled ball to Rusich. And sure, deep in his own half to tackle him there. In the first match against Belfast was a late substitute.
Shows the intensity, the mental pressure.
And remember, their first choice left back, Ahmed Fatua, is injured. So they don't have a natural replacement. Super position. And it looks like Karen Hafez, the 30-year-old from the Pyramids Club, is maybe over. Interesting that Aiden Rusich, who plays in the Eredivisie with Heracles, but he's without a club.
Yeah, he's, like I said, he's very similar to Alfaro. Can't open up defence. He did that there for a moment. But now's the time. Who's going to be the one to put their name etched into history? Step up and create the moment magic that we need to win a game.
Well, they draw the experience of Michael Trezeguet from Alapi. 24 goals in 19 international matches, so it's very up to 100 caps for his country. Scored a third goal against New Zealand in its only World Cup victory in their history. And nearly 100 years of World Cup play.
Question is, how many of those caps has he played in the backlash?
That is a very good question. I'm suggesting not too many.
Well, we're about to see his defensive call in his last 10 to 15 minutes. That's been superb. He's just coming to his own, and you can see the confidence and belief. But again, just getting your body in the way, drawing the foul. And we ask the question again. Will this ball into the box?
And it really suits Australia feel they've got the physicality, the fitness, the violence here of Egypt. I think that translate and Hassan Hassan getting a little pop under the ball, although he has got one. The fourth official is a hold up goals. O'Neill holds the ball and looking for Sutar. Wins the header. It looks up. Hold back here. initially the common calf, but if one just couldn't react quickly enough. And that's how you can go on the Egyptian defender was a field ball to contest, and that's exactly what the Socceroos is arguing.
There's no doubt with the field ball to contest, there's no doubt there was some contact, fairly heavy contact, which would be covered. But getting the ball thinks the ball scores upon the Toure, putting the ball soon up, but nothing but eyes for the ball. A little bit of contact there.
Well, the one's not right easy, and then remarks that contested here. The instinct for that was really falls out for play. The rugby's made of some stern stuff. Maybe some of his teammates should take his cue with a bit in the way they recover from loss.
Yeah, you're always going to come off second best if you've got Harry Suter bearing in on you like that.
Great touch by Mosai. He's one by Williams to be marked even though he's not at 100%. Here's Trezeguet. Free flex for him. The cutback is good for a sure. Australia have a strong defensive line. And got themselves a little too good to get to. And that's after the cover. And he's happy to go Austria. And welcome to the Socceroos.
Well, we've shown us all that early in the second half of the game. Some fantastic defending here with Trezeguet. Getting his body across him. Keeping his body between him and the ball. Needed to be good defending. We're seeing Trezeguet come on. Maybe not a defender, but he's going to get a throw going forward, finishing in that position.
One of the scenes outside the stadium before the match with supporters of both countries, Australia, prominent the Socceroos fans in the fan zone outside the stadium. And of course, the Egyptians providing bright colour.
Speak on atmosphere in here, much you look around and you feel it. The place is trembling. Can it be someone to find a winner to set this place alight?
They don't do low key very well in Texas, do they?
Everything's bigger and better, I'd say. And from what I've seen in these last couple of days, I can't disagree.
A big state for big personalities, that's for sure. He's Trezeguet. So much experience with him. Very wary they are. They're straight on the counter attack. That's why they want to keep the ball in key areas. Egypt.
They don't see any passages where Egypt can have the ball. They're shifting it from right to left, trying to open up the Socceroos. The Socceroos disciplined. And so far Egypt being unable to pierce through that defence.
Sure. Tries to play a little quicker. Giddy. Awesome. Got a sharp turn of foot. Trezeguet outnumbered. Breaks the run here. Sure that's a run. Socceroos desperate to get no Toure on the ball in the threatening area. The bounces back. Also good threatening. And that's a right time run. Very timely hit. That's it. Obviously the way here. For some teasing. He's all left foot to the back pass.
He's at the stay in the game mentally when he's scored upon. He's coming out there. The finish was a lot to see an early call and a good strong hand because it was a dangerous ball.
This one's looking threatening. Good shoulder. And Williams once more. Trezeguet's in a dangerous area. And it's slipped away by Vucic. Well done. Behind himself. This is the Australia. in the middle of the line. And it's hacked away. That's it. With one leg for Australia. We've done with transition. Onside. Two or three Australians getting going there.
He knows it. With the boys in the box, who's going to find that last pass? Who's going to get to the name in the history books? Find the winner. Another opportunity. See if they can hostage. We'll find the volume. The likes of Sutter.
He's been very effective late in the deal in the middle of the park for the Socceroos. Shooter trying to apply some high pressure on Egypt playing out. Here's Rabia.
At this stage of the game, you don't see the team going to go all out to try and win it. Knowing that there could be an extra 30 minutes waiting very, very shortly.
I think Australia may be feeling a little bit more comfortable about the prospects of extra time.
I dare say as well, we've spoken a lot about the fact that they feel like they're the fittest team here at this tournament. From all the hard work that they've put in preparing for this.
That's it. Shows today. They're about to hit the line. Over the top, Trezeguet makes a great run. Simon's hit the line for a quarter. It is 5 minutes of position. It's 2 minutes to 3 of operation break. With the corner right at the beginning of injury time. He also kept it in with a dead first touch. Also drops the shoulder and delivers back post. Number 3 for Australia. Anyway will do.
You see the awareness now when the short corners are going. The ball's knocked out for those taking actions back in the box, Everton dealing with the ball, needed to some good runs and good delivery.
Also, it's been really lively. Been a good addition for Egypt. Opens up for him.
Again, that delivery to the back post, Trezeguet. Jordan able to deal with it. Constantly looking to get in behind Jordan Trezeguet down the left side. Should be very mindful of it. It's a threat for Egypt.
He did applying the pressure in injury time. Celebrates, but everyone really come back really well. Helped on the page. And also needs to be sure to take the number 12 for Egypt.
Unfortunately, not for the Socceroos, and as we head down to the last minutes, all back foot.
Use exactly the technology addition to this World Cup. So the assistant is saying, "Is right, please, before confirmation." It is a call to Egypt. We are halfway through the 5 additional minutes of this match. So you use the defending situation for it. And it's very center. And then it's in the way. It's more likely away from Australia's danger zone. Artier with a flick. Delivered well. Socceroos had to wear some serious pressure in the last 7 or 8 minutes. And actually get over by this man, Hassan.
Yes, we have a big Socceroos coming on outside, and Trezeguet also on the left.
I think we'll pass on into that shot. And that's sparked a soldier to life. Here he is on the ball. And he gives him back to it.
History on the line in Dallas. Extra time is next.
The families across the land, waiting for the dead. Well, that's nice.
How you doing out there, Socceroos fans? How good's Patrick Lynch? Official Jason Williams just gone past Bonderline, Australia's favourite beach. Headphones from our capacity in here. If you do need a hair, you can re-spring on the way in. Obviously, extra time coming up. Waters at the back, toilets, coffee available at the back. We're going to keep cheering the Socceroos, folks. You're out here in Tumbalong Park. Let's bring the Socceroos home.
Okay, that's enough now. Time to get up.
Coach said, practice makes
Nice. That was easy.
Practice makes perfect.
With new comprehensive health insurance, everyone hunting is on yours.
Steve! No. Are you going to witness something truly incredible? Sorry, you're right here. It doesn't matter. What matters is this. I know. More colour accuracy, better contrasts, like chromatic symphony. It's ouch. Getting up to these FIFA World Cup games is a real pain in the back. Hey, game's on soon. I'm on for a charge. BB3, power of the year. Just get in the...
Stop charging.
Of course, you just do it automatically. Show off.
Those weather missions help inspire us kids and to get active too. Which is why we're proudly sponsoring key sports programs all over the country, like Coles Mini Groups. It's a great way to get kids moving and to support local communities. Coles, proudly supporting Green Groups.
Coca-Cola kicking off their $40 billion stock clearance. With massive savings on an amazing range of carpet, timber flooring and window coverings. Big grip to slow these deals before the final whistle.
You want to see this in order to...
On SBS.
Finished 1-1 after 90 extra time away in this round 32 clash between Australia and Egypt. Mike Milligan said, "Watch how the Socceroos kept things pretty tight since they equalised." What sort of approach now is first central restaurant?
Well, I think I've been looking to get away from it over the box. I think they have to do, especially that last 5 minute period. I think their changes made a big difference. Our changes came on at a time where Egypt was starting to get a little bit of authority back in the game. So it would be interesting. I think also to see Egypt really come out with that same intent as they finish it.
Yeah, that's what I think you would say as well, is that standing safe and happy to keep us in and to give us this extra 30 minutes. It felt like we were hanging on for dear life at the end there, but this is spot on. I think we were playing too deep at the end and Egypt there. I think our nerves to get further on the pitch, and you know, I think in the front third we have looked at threat and set pieces, these types of things. There's still more than one only goal, isn't there?
Yeah, I do feel like we did change that they just said that ball and so it was a fantastic stance and like we're down the right there. So I mean, Australia said we're really, I think, conscious of not letting this season on all these players and attack. And I think if we are going to get this, it'll be, I think, we might be playing with Egypt throwing too many numbers forward and Socceroos if we like very instinctively on the ball.
Just very that's known. But even towards the end of the game, they were in colleges and good areas, made sure they get inside the box. Just about that composure in that moment.
And this, yeah, I'm not sure who's come off yet. O'Neill's off, potentially physically as well. He's going to actually be very good in the second half. he will give you a little bit more on the ball than here. It looks like Bill's coming on as well. Difficult to see who's coming off, but that should give us a little bit more energy.
A huge 30 minutes of football to come. With it all to take on Socceroos, and you just want to take you back to your commentary team. Getting back to you and Rich.
So we've just seen Bill and Paul over extra onto the pitch for extra time for Australia. First experience with Bill, his first appearance on the FIFA World Cup. Of course, he was part of the squad 4 years ago.
I think put in so much over the course of this tournament. He's looking for the legs, but no one can see the legs wrong. Which is good.
Yeah, the other player making way, he's on the red carpet. Also a power for it.
We've seen the impact of the fresh legs Fiji had. He's spoken a lot about everyone here in the squad is here to play whenever called upon. Now is the moment.
Early free kick. Australia hold the ball, of course. Score against USA in the FIFA World Cup for Australia. Well, the Castillo man who plays the second tier of Spanish football. Helped on by everyone. So experienced on over the field. The people who want to 3 each in this extra time period.
We saw the changing for Egypt. The third feet there, we saw everyone on the ball went from in the box was superb. But a good lucky start, Baylor.
This is where they have to be wary. We've got very deep as we heard from the Tommy Orr of the break. Australia just keep a little bit higher line.
Yeah, if you get too deep, you just keep riding pressure. We saw that time to time when you get balls in the box, unable to get out.
So, they look threatening late in the match with Mason's introduction.
We've seen him Hassan there, drifted to the right. You see him Hassan drifted to the right. What's he having on his left foot? Look for that in-swing ball to the back of us.
And here he is now. Does that so well. Anticipation from the other side. There's nothing behind his coaches.
This is just the experiences of whatever you're looking on the move. Off the back of it, he's his quickest to react. Forwards on his weak right foot. Then putting for the Socceroos, he snatches it over, but it just shows the threat to say he's been cruising through this game, keeping himself, waiting to get his moments. And that's the experience of the ball. There's someone like myself.
Yeah, he's been managing his body to this point. If you get it out of the match, we've seen so many Liverpool trips in the Arlington area in anticipation of myself coming to town.
And make it right down.
Exactly. It is a situation that let's hope Australia play with some freedom and ambition in this extra time period. Well, sure. Right. Should be defended by Harrington. Make sure that the touch was outstretched to hard on the control. Then we hard doing the back pass. And what about making reach? A couple of efforts. He hasn't had the volume of saves he made in the first match against Turkey, but that's the last effort to get clear for extra time was nothing short of sensation.
You can't underestimate, yes, the save, but it's. As a goalkeeper, you have to remain in the game. It's hard when you're not being busy. He's not being busy to stay on for that moment, a crucial moment. And boy, was he on. Up to the task, saving the Socceroos, bringing us into this extra 30 minutes.
End shot. Local end shot to Chicani, who wants it. The short option, and the bill provided it. Looked like a foul. It's not the way the referee saw it.
I think Moses needs to get his body in between the defender and secure that ball up and just a little flick it. Protect the ball, lead the play.
Yes, that's it. Always leading tidy in the midfield. There by Mobile. That's clever. Ryan sorts his feet out. Gets him forward to two right. He's strength and he really hold up. And he's paid. And saw everyone's got a proof of strength and picked up that foul on Irvine.
Yeah, there's something left in here, just a little bit late left on Irvine. Clearly a foul. To get us out. It's been a tough start to this first period of extra time.
So the fresh legs of Aiden Grosich and Paul O'Connell, as well as Alan Mobile and Mohamed Surai, can they have an impact in this extra time period? 2 halves of 15 minutes. End shot.
Super ball from O'Connell there. Very sort of with a reverse ball, really to the stitch. Let's go to the Socceroos.
Sure. Abdullah with Rabia. Archie looking to pick out a pass and giving this man a little bit too much space and freedom. There's some more ball once more. Sees his way to get into a great area, but just they're putting it across.
He's shown the 3 yet again. Great ball from Matchday. Isolating my son. He knows the 3 on his left foot. We're trying to get cover on the inside there, which we did, but he's shown that his acceleration on the outside knows his age. We know experienced defender. Yeah, some of the young and shown sometimes hard we see him do that, so it's definitely a threat.
Real strong, trying to play in as far as South Australia 1-2-8. Of course, over that time at Adelaide United in the A-League. I'm sure the live side and more of the guys pumping at the moment. Trezeguet. Rabia. Hayden. Hassan. Those ball scores have been excellent since he came on in the second half. Cross the ball needed, but numbers with Australia.
The experience at that stage there, every time that ball gets at that time, he's not sometimes got one thing he's more or less to go, and as he's now, he's just dropped it up a little bit further, giving him a little extra yard. He saw it being done, so he dropped up an extra yard. Gordon, can you ask the question? And then he's sitting backwards. Can't get too close to him.
That's enough on that challenge, and it's over the top.
Yeah, I think it's also, I think he scored that ball that's bounced out there from the linesman, but Troy did well. Launching into a couple of challenges, but just not had that spell with the ball. Can't get a hold of it.
So to make 5 substitutions, we get an extra one for extra time if needed by Tony Roglic.
Looking across the board, you know, obviously as he's one of the more experienced players that have been asked all the questions out there on the left.
Sure. And that's really the intent of the target. And contrast with Hudson, the coach of Egypt, but just under 3 changes.
You see a little bit of frustration there from Egypt. Sure, shooting from distance. That makes me delighted to see him taking that on. It obviously shows that Egypt have got some more fresh legs to come on. But again, like I said, these 5 changes that we've made, you need to try and feel your way to the game, especially with the ball, get up to the tempo. So hopefully they get grown now into this extra time.
That was being written by both sets of fans. Match in the balance at 1-1.
The biggest thing is as a mentality, I'm going to be the one to make a difference. I'm going to win this game. We've seen that from Hassan and Trezeguet coming for Egypt and want to try and win this game from him. We've got to announce that someone is going to go, give me the ball. Give me the ball, I'm going to be the one.
You see, the match was so assured in possession. Japan was so run wasn't there from Automobile.
Yeah, you just didn't see the second movement from Automobile. Again, just shows this second half, first half of extra time, we haven't been able to keep a hold of that ball for long enough, and again, back into our defensive shape.
Making management choices.
Certainly, but the experience of the Egyptians is showing that back into obviously normal time and this first half of extra time.
Australia trying to profit from the orange balls, and you see the frustration there. Countless. Flying his arms in the air is put away by the time.
Somebody got to out to the yellow card. Probably one of the few times that as he's been able to get on the other side of Hassan, an opportunity for us again to deliver this ball into the box and bring the likes of Harry, Brampton and Chicago forward. What we've been afraid has been able to get straight balls into the box.
the silk of Arden Bristich. Set piece. Good angle and distance to hit one of the top players for Australia. Doesn't get the shot right though.
You can just see Harris made a run towards the middle of the back post. There's already down in Chicago. Coming around the back, but unfortunately couldn't quite hit that.
And there is the first period extra time and elapsed. And here's Egypt carrying the most threat in that first 15-minute period, but it remains 1-1 in this round of 32 to Dallas.
It was tight, it was cagey in Dallas. Neither side had any clear-cut opportunities in that first period of extra time. Martin Lee's going to watch Tommy Orr. What are you looking to change, Tommy? Are you trying to win before pens?
Well, I think that's not what we're doing. I think that we're just trying to have a spell on the ball and kind of release some pressure for our back five. Open was brought in to do that. I think his technical ability, and he has to on the ball in a couple of moments, but you can see when we attack, we're not really attacking the numbers, are we?
No, very well has offensive energy, especially with those first few minutes when he came on, and that's going to be important. I think we still need to start this second half of extra time positively. We don't want to set the tone and it's hard. It's very difficult to do that. We don't want to set the tone to drop the rush.
And we've got Abdel Karim coming in from Mabush. It's, we've got another Sutton break. How do we go about that?
I don't think you want to change much. I think you see players like Milos Session on the bench, where a bit of experience in kind of the shootout, so we'll see if that comes into play. But I think Papa will be pretty comfortable with how he's up.
We didn't have the time as well. There's two players and reasons to make the changes. We need to make sure that now it's going to come down, but also anything else specified.
Tony Popovich with some big words all right up for these Socceroos heading into the second period of extra time. They're chasing history in Dallas. Can they do it right again for the penalty shootout? Let's take you back to your commentary team there in Dallas. David Bashir and Luke Wiltshire.
Thanks, Steve. And we can see the youngest player in the Egyptian squad on the bench, Hamza Abdel Karim, who is on the books of Barcelona. From Greece and played for him, has been retained by the club, such as the first favour they each show in the young man. And he's come off the bench in every match of the group phase.
That's another threat there. Coming on for Egypt. Obviously on the front corner in the first half. Something we have to monitor and deal with.
One touch and delivers a looping ball that's made by Mohamed Surrey. Not too much conviction, it was a hard one to show at pace.
It was a good ball in that down from the aggressive press. Obviously spoken about it after the break. We were sitting too deep, we're standing off. A little bit of high press, again we turn it over, we get into good areas. Good delivery in the box, unfortunately it was just behind Toure and couldn't get enough on it. I just feel with the legs that we come on with Mo, with Alba and Aiden up there, we can press a little bit higher because they come on with those first legs, so how can we use that? Yeah, this one of the defender from Chicago, he had people running away, going down, drawing the foul. Better start to the second half for the Socceroos up. Like I said, on that front foot, just a little bit more. Superb run from Rowe into the space now by Chicago.
We're trying to knock up the ground for the week, going all the way through the Paddock Beach. What more purpose of the second 15 to start anyway for Australia? stretching the legs. And there's an unlucky angle. Just a little bit more craft.
I think he's just got to turn out and kick the ball. There's nobody in the box. He's aware of that. Just kick the ball. Bring out someone else into play.
This is the potential for Australia. We have a rich play, Suta.
Motion's running high now, over on edge.
Sure. The position so well, he's got alertness and awareness.
How many times have we seen this happen and it goes in the other side of the corner? Thankfully, the defense straight into his hands.
Skips half-run challenge. Hostage shots return the play. And the rain come back the other way to Sunderland, Australia. There is the pass. And the Egyptian captain himself. And that's the goal very quickly. And it is not allowed to.
I see that parents at 18 years of age were there, being clever, like an experienced pro. Just clearly wanted to break down the threat of the transition and the hustle. You know what the foul, so the foul, so well, everyone get back on the ball.
After that pre-match marking the likes of Marcelo and unfortunately he's already had a go on Lionel Messi and Marco Reus in the MLS in his latest origin. Consistently raising the bar of expectation. Here's Hassan. Again, it's on the shoulder.
Seeing the change of pace on that side. A real throw down his right hand side for Egypt.
Abdul Mahdi. Looking for that passing angle. Sure can. Headed by angle. So to Atia, who tries the central option. Out to Karim. Chikati, who stands the first shot to Normally VAR and share the same view.
That's what the defender for quite short. You see the Socceroos again, desperately defending their box.
There's one side. Opens up for us.
You can feel the tension, you feel the Egyptians going. But that man Harrisula still standing up alone, getting his body away, everything alone.
There's a red wave in the stadium. It's now time for the Socceroos to set out once more. Delivering in place Sousa. And Green. Nice as well. And where's that armband as a badge of honour for Australia? Hassan. Good way out though. Maybe not play here for Egypt it is.
That's the top from there, Jackson Irvine. We'll defend another set piece up.
And the long shot this time to Atia.
Pressure mounting. Harrisula standing firm in front of everything. You see this, it's on its way to the top corner. Whether we can get there or not, but Harris gets his head away.
Harrington. This time doesn't play forward and makes the right choice too.
Best goal from the Socceroos there. It's a little bit of the ball, takes the sting out of this game.
Here's a run of Cartron. He's got the Lucy in place there. Decided pretty quickly it wasn't the case. The intervention by Husic and as well. Here's iconic shot. Charles Montour with Automobile passing around as well.
Since you feel it, everyone knows you feel it. There's one goal, it's going to be the winner.
Still on side.
And I'll tell you what, it's an absolutely superb tackle. Using every bit of that confidence he has. Hassan again into the box. Got past Husic. But Harrington was there to save the day. We get another set piece to the fence.
Square to the side man, Atia returns the favour. And a little bit too much of a chance. And opens up for one side. That pace can't take away in the areas that he's most familiar in.
We've managed it thus far.
Atia. That's including another Kareem.
And we'll be all right. That means extra time period. There's been a lot to ask for. Very soon, and Harrington defending that box. Jackson Irvine dropping in and covering Elman.
And then the elastic man has been fully stretched on Australia's defence. And the fans are wearing it as well. And there's anticipation from those in red and green gold.
Everyone knows what's at stake. Opportunity to progress to the round of 16. Doesn't happen every day.
Lovely touch.
Socceroos, extra time. Can we come up with a lot of magic? And who can do it?
That's the question. Good distance and look for a right footer. Look for a better ratio of the percentages. Absolutely perfect, perhaps.
Well, what's on to put your name up in lights? They set up the extra time. And we're at the 32 World Cup.
His first appearance in this FIFA World Cup. 10 goals and 38 internationals. 3-man goal. There's the middle. And straight into the center of the opposition defence.
Another long throw, and the ball coming into the box with the big boy still up. It's been a problem for Egypt.
Worked on by Sufa. I'm not sure how to figure out the foul there. It was double team Harry Sufa. And straight
as Egypt looks to break quite quickly.
So there, about to come on. The holding midfielder. And the Blues get Australia's last chance to break the deadlock.
Given the fact that they only put 1 minute up, I think it's saying this will probably be the last opportunity for a threat, that's for sure.
That's him making way.
Couldn't think about anyone more rewarding than Harry Silly getting on the end of this and scoring a winner. Yeah, he was in the ball. It was a great delivery. Chicani just quite couldn't get a split defender and a drop in from Torre. Perhaps Harrington behind was in a better position to take that on. But the best opportunity this extra time period.
Socceroos hanging on for dear life. Harry Suter has been immense, and we are headed for penalties. The last time the Socceroos faced penalties, competed in penalties at Matchday, it was the 2019 Asian Cup, a win against Uzbekistan. One moment to play the first minutes of this World Cup.
Absolutely, and it's looking to be a tough World Cup so far for Australia's captain. I think it shows the character that he does have, the fact that was turned too big to bring him in, and he got on top of that as well last time the World Cup, or not the qualifier, wasn't it? We really thought that he should have many of his own son up.
Yeah, I think it's, it's his experience in these moments, and it's all about composure and keeping it alert now in terms of who the penalty is going to be. We've got some experienced players on the pitch for him to choose the experienced ones, and the ones who want to take it.
Much here for him for India to spend a couple of surrounds his on the World Cup so far as well. He's been to the goals, so I think that will work.
In 2019, Control Zoom on the set up and took that first penalty. He steps up this time.
I think we've seen that he goes first. I think the preference will be really tough to keep first, and you generally get someone who's confident with very well and start well. I always say independent shootout as a player, independent shootout as a coach as well, and both are awful.
Yeah, it's the team itself and here. The tension is incredible to experience this. We've got talent. That's just about boys doing what they're shot with conviction. I think that's the key.
You took a lot of penalties in your time, Walshy. What was your technique?
Often, we are doing something like doing the teammates and seeing it, so yeah, it's a little bit yeah, I think we're surprised. We had a little surprise here. I don't think we could see this coming, and it's the front up that comes down.
Well, we didn't see it coming either. Does that makes me against them because the opposition is no
Exactly, you know what you're preparing for that one. Obviously, easy to feel preparing for some kind of false scenarios.
There's an attacking player. If you have belief in your own shot, hit the corner, hit the goal, you score. So, and it's kind of easy to do that. So, we'll see how this plays out.
especially when it goes to one, the pressure on your position, if you go first and you miss, then it's a different ball game again. So I don't think there's any real massive objective.
This is a size thing I don't know if you go first, to win the extra issue. But I think it's a striker or anyone that's taking the pain, I think that's their fault in this stage.
The Socceroos side made a run with Kent's captain's armband back firmly on his arm as he heads toward the goal after this. The penalty shootout knocks out on the other side of the equation. There's one big bay of goals and one of goals. But at the end, they end up that real moment for the Socceroos. Let's take it back to Constantine, David Bashir and Luke Bashir for the penalty shootout.
We know what happened in 2022 against Peru. There was no Ron Mackey way at the end of the line. And that's 7-1 for Australian football history. But a man that largely helped Levante stay up in La Liga this season. That's the responsibility between the posts for Australia.
He's been the captain, he's been a fantastic servant. All the lines around him, professional. It was a fantastic season. The shoes on the hip, and like I said clearly, this is the right time, it's something that I've been prepared for. And can we take this moment and praise him?
in the next penalty taken, the single midfielder for Egypt. Running and goes up in the arts. If this goes in, Egypt goes through. The 25-year-old from the Zelda, drop playing his 15th international. And that line trying to apply that psychological pressure. son at the minute. We'll see Egypt through. He goes. Halfway for Australia. Jubilation goes in red. The Socceroos brave run of the 2016 World Cup is going to begin.
Every Socceroo, they have to learn on the pitch. They absolutely learn it. Every single time they take the field, they're representing the country well. But the biggest ones, very sort of direction, unable to build their penalties. For the final, being two of the best, they've got the best here in this World Cup, so they've got to pick one of them. Brings me such a bright future ahead, the bravery to step up in such a moment. You work with it, and he's only going to grow and learn. We've said it a million times. Yes, we want it now, but the future is bright for this Socceroos team.
And the run continues for Australia. Socceroos still running for their first ever knockout phase win at the FIFA World Cup. Ended to achieve it after the group stage in their first ever win. And these are painful great spurts for this young Australian team, that's for sure. And heartbreaking ever since they did so much to get to this point. Heartbreaking over the middle. It's going to be his last opportunity at this level. And the tears are flowing for him. That's on myself. And the legend that he did in Egypt. So there is Egypt go through to the round of 16. Australia is Egypt on penalties.
Heartbreaking Dallas for the Socceroos. And again, it couldn't be decided in regulation time, couldn't find a winner in extra time. It is Egypt with a history-making win in knockout football. Egypt, who progresses to the round of 16. Mark Milligan, Sarah Walsh, Tommy Orr. Absolute heartbreak for the Socceroos. Harry Sutar, who was immense in that game, Millsy, stepped up, brave enough to take the first penalty, didn't lose it.
Yeah, it's obviously it's devastating. It's never ever a nice way to lose that.
Folks, thanks a lot for coming out to Tumbalong Park. It's a tough way for it to finish. Appreciate all the energy, folks. All the quarterfinals and finals games are being shown here at Tumbalong Park. We're going to continue to follow the tournament. Keep your heads up, though, folks. Look after each other on the way home. Thanks for bringing the positive energy today, folks. Stay strong, Socceroos.
When we lose, we